Are we
I'm
not?
back with Rich, and I think this will be our final segment. We're back. We're recording.
Okay, cool.
Go ahead, Rich.
Well, like I was saying before, okay, cool. You know, remember that kid I talked about I saw in high school and I teased him? He wrote in his notebook, I love myself. And that was some straight propaganda bullshit that he was doing that, right? I understand that. But I can say in all honesty,
I do.
I've fallen in love with who I really am. And I'm not that person anymore. I have changed. And it's taken a very long time. You know, for people who are just waking up or finding out or in the troubled teen industry, what I could say is, this dude, it's 4 miles into the forest and it's 4 miles back out of that son of a bitch. And you can wander around inside of that forest for the rest of your life. Pick a direction, go forward. Do yourself the favor and give yourself a break. Try and find other people that can relate to you and talk to them. You know, I know everyone's like, oh, I can't talk about that. What do people think of me? Well, guess what, man? There's lots of things I've said to people. I don't remember. I may remember saying it to them. I doubt they remember me saying it to them. I needed to be brave and champion myself. I had to become my own champion. I had to begin to trust my own thinking and not keep questioning myself the way straight had it pounded into me. Everything I did was up to skepticism, and everything I did was up to criticism, and mostly from myself and whoever else felt like throwing it on top of me. If you're new and you've been through a similar experience, there is no shame in talking about this. The shame is keeping yourself trapped in that box. Look, I've been in that hole, and I know how to get out of that hole, and I'll help you get out of that hole. By no means am I Mr. Perfect and am I cured? No. But I can tell you what, I'm a much better place than I was many years ago. This whole journey began. I can show you how to get here. And there'll be others. Look for the others. There will be others. You're going to have to take some risks, but in the end, it's going to pay off. At least it did for me. A much better place than I was many years ago. This whole journey. I am so happy with my life today. I feel fulfilled. And I'm saying these things not to brag. I'm saying it because there's hope. There's a way out. There is the way out. And it takes a lot of work and confidence and making a few steps forward and getting bashed back 10, but not giving up. I refuse to give up on myself anymore. I feel fulfilled. I am worth every bit of effort I put into changing my identity back to what it was in the first place. And take those risks, man. Sitting back and not saying anything is not helping you. Keep on doing the things you're doing to yourself and the people around you is not helping you or them. I had to change my thinking about myself, and it took time. I'm not a finished work, man. I got plenty of room to improve. I'm not Mr. Perfect. I'm sure as fuck not that guy that tortured myself and other children. I'm sure as hell not that person that I lived this awful life for so long, being someone else that I wasn't. You know, there's one thing that I want to read that is a favorite quote of mine that sort of sums up the troubled teen industry. And it's from someone named C.S. Lewis, who's a famous author. You know, the Tales of Narnia, but he was also a great thinker. And this is what he had to say. Of all tyrannies, a tyranny sincerely exercised for the good of its victims may be the most oppressive. It would be better to live under robber barons than under omnipotent moral busybodies. The robber baron's cruelty may sometimes sleep. His cupidity may at some point be satiated, but those who torment us for our own good will do so with the approval of their own conscience. Remember that. When I found that, what a fucking change in my thinking. It just sums it up a very complex, wickedly deep feeling in one neat little bow. If you're in a program or you've just gotten out of a program, man, there is stuff you can do. There's hope. I'm living proof of it. I can't fucking believe I'm here. I can't fucking believe I can say I love my wife and she loves me for me. Part of that altar thing I kept talking about, try having a relationship with somebody and all you are is this altar when inside you don't necessarily want to be that person for them. You don't want to do anything. I felt like I was always leading this double life. And today I feel integrated. I don't feel like I'm living a double life. My wife loves me for who I really am. I know I've shed that veneer. And trust me, dude, I held on to that shit for dear life as much as it hurt and tortured me. I had no other way out. That was my only choices. That's part of being coerced into thinking these awful things about ourselves. It cuts off every logical fucking way of looking at you except that one way. And I need to tell all of you right now, there is a better way and it can be done. Is it easy? Fuck no. Is it worth it? You bet your motherfucking ass it is. I love you guys. I understand. And there's a lot more understanding out there than you may realize at this point in time. And I urge you to find the others. And the reason why I decided to agree to do another interview is because I'm not really as involved as I was in all the straight groups anymore. Not because I don't like y'all or it has nothing to do with that. I actually have built a life. And I'm free of that. One of the greatest gifts I gave to me, no one gave it to me but me, is I'm free now. I am free. I'm so far past straight in my own life, in my own development, they can no longer touch me. It does not have that power over me any longer. And it's a freedom that I thought I would never know. It's something that I hungered for most of my adult life. And now I'm living out a dream that I never thought would come true for a low-life scumbag drug addict that they convinced me I was. I'm happy, man. I'm happy. This is the happiest I've ever been in my entire life. I love you guys. I understand you guys. And I have the most sincere compassion for what you went through. It's horrific. And you have my love and my understanding. Don't give up. I know it's like, oh, don't give up. I really mean it. I really mean it. It can be done. You're not lost. You're right where you are. It can be done. You're not lost. And I just need to tell you that it's possible. If it could happen to me, I'm just some run-of-the-mill. I'm just some guy, dude. I'm no messiah, no junkie messiah. I'm just some fucking guy. And I'm nobody special, except to myself. But certainly, this can happen for you. And you too can be free of that place. I'm not one to promise, but I think living a life in this manner, which I lead it now, is so much better for me as a person. It's so much better for my family. You know, I could just tell you, like, I'd find out about deaths in my family and marriages and births months, sometimes years after they happen. And that doesn't occur anymore. You know, are bridges still burnt in my family? You bet your ass they are. I mean, it's just whatever. They're very rigid in their beliefs once they made their minds up, I get it. And that's okay. I don't need them to continue on with my life. I just need me. And I'll tell you, it's the greatest feeling in the world to feel reliant on oneself and having confidence in me again. God, I feel fulfilled. I feel so much better. I feel like a new man. Actually, I feel like the person I always have been. And my suit fits. And those barbs and pricks and wires are no longer pressing into my skin. I am rich. And Rich is a good guy. It's so hard for me to say. I'm a good person. And so are you. moles, barbs, and pricks and wires no longer pressing into my skin. I am rich, and Rich is a good guy.
Rich is a good guy.
I'm a good person.
You are a good person.
Very good.
Well, thank you.
Most days.
You know, right now, Rich, there's more than likely a troubled, or maybe even a typical teenager out there, and their parents are looking for a place. Huh? I didn't hear it. But anyway, what would you say to a parent that's looking for a place, you know, that suspects troubles with their child? What would you say to them? And just wrapping this up.
Okay. First thing I would say, if it looks too good to be true, follow your gut. You know, if this, it just, because the way they pick these places is like, we will bring your child back. We'll return them change and, you know, turn them into the kid you always loved and wanted. Love the kid you love the kid you have, want the child you have. Do due diligence. These fucking programs are gonna fuck your kids, and they're gonna wind up hurting themselves and you. There is a better way. There are great treatment programs out there. There are great treatment providers. Do the work. Look it up. Jesus Christ, you fucking print up coupons from fucking Walmart and shit. You can do this for your own damn son or daughter. This is important. Do you want them to go through a lifetime of what I just described? Then do your due diligence. Be that parent. Champion your child. Do it in a loving, caring way. If you cannot have access to your child and see them freely like the staff standing there, that program's full of shit. Pull your kid out of there immediately. Don't put them in. If they separate you from your children where you can't communicate them through letters, or they're going through their letters and reading them and selecting what go in and out, that is not a place. That's not a healthy place. These are red, glaring flags. Do not ignore them. If it's odd to you, it really is odd. Don't believe their bullshit. These programs, these people who corral you and your family into them are experts at telling you exactly what you want to hear. And they lie. Because one thing I can say is the hypnotized never lie, okay? These folks who are at these programs telling you this stuff really do believe this. Really do believe this. And they can't think any other way. You need to be the critical thinking person here. You need to protect your child from these predatory treatments. There's thousands of them across the globe. Don't think because you live in America that can't happen. We are all living proof this bizarre subculture torture chamber occurred right under the noses of our very government, right in suburbia America. This is not a New York City problem. These are just regular old kids, man. Do your job. Step up to the plate and be a fucking parent. This bizarre subculture. I have to say, these parents, don't be suckers. Right in suburbia America. This is not born every minute. It's your responsibility, your child, not to be that one for them. Do your job. Step up to the plate. Be a fucking parent. And that's it in a nutshell. Born every minute. It's your responsibility, your child, not to be that one for them.
Yeah, you're right, Rich.
And I think as
you said it in the very beginning that the parents were actually the cult members.
Yeah, our parents were the cult members.
They were actually the cult members, and we were the pawns. We were the money makers. We were
the product.
The milk cows.
We were the product.
I really appreciate you spending this afternoon with me.
And I think you're welcome. Yeah, our parents were cult members. As a parting little thing to say, if no one has told you they loved you today, I don't know you from a can of peas, but I can tell you in all sincerity that I love you. And I understand and I'll always have a handout.
All right, Rich, I went ahead and paused the recording.
Okay.
You think you?
And as a parting,
Okay, hang on.
and as a parting little thing to say, if no one has told you they love you today, I don't know you from a can of peas, but I can tell you in all sincerity that I love you. And I understand. Hey, and mine is here for you. I love you. We'll do this together.